Welcome to the diversion of episode 18, Front Seat Passenger. If it doesn't pop up automatically, please turn on closed captioning to better follow what I'm saying. Several times over the years, I've argued with people on the topic of whether a lover takes precedence over a best friend. The unusual thing is that in all the discussions I've had with various people, I'm always the only one who says you put the lover first. The argument other people make about why the best friend comes first generally revolves around issues of the best friend being someone you can talk to and share secrets with, and always being there for you, perhaps over many years, and perhaps being there with a shoulder to cry on more than once in the past after you break up with your lover. So, under the best friend first theory, if you meet a potential lover, it should never mean a curtailing of the attention and time you devote to your best friend. But my argument always is that if you meet a potential lover, then that person must take precedence over your best friend for your attention and time and everything else. To me, if you don't plan to make your lover number one in your life, then the relationship is doomed before it starts. A relationship consists of investments of financial, emotional, and time resources. The most important investment is the one you cannot recover, which is time. And yes, it's true that the relationship might not work out, leading to the loss of your investment or investments. And the loss you feel after a relationship fails can be severe. That's a potential hurt of the heart right there. But that's why you might want to start out cautiously as you try to decide if a person is worth the investment risk. But once you decide it's a risk you need to take for the potential reward of that person in your life, you have to fully and totally commit, or it will never work. Your best friend is supposed to want you to be happy. And for sure, the best friend might get a bit jealous that you are now spending Friday evenings with your lover rather than hanging with your best friend, and may feel away if they don't get to chat with you every single day like before. But if that person truly is your best friend, that person will remain there for you, will not feel scorned or betrayed while you pursue love, and will unconditionally welcome back your full attention and time if the romance with a lover fails and you return to being able to hang out or party like before. And if the situation were reversed, you should be prepared to be just as understanding with your best friend. To me, the lover before best friend thing is derived from the concept of what I call the front seat passenger. The front seat passenger in your life sits beside you in the car, and everybody else, while still in the car with you, sits in the back. And that everybody includes the best friend. You are the one who determines who is the front seat passenger in your life, but once so designated, that person now owns the front seat and all its rights and privileges. The front seat can be loaned or borrowed, but not without the owner's permission. Most people who become a front seat passenger know it and feel it, but there are some who do not appreciate its significance and what it entails. But let's take, for example, a situation where a guy is going out with his wife and his best friend. Everybody walks to your car at the same time. The best friend can't automatically take the front seat because the wife owns it. If she chooses, she can let the friend sit up front for that trip, but it's her call. It's her privilege. There's many a wife who puts up with all sorts of infidelities from her husband as long as she remains the front seat passenger. Even if there's a side chick around, certain little things the husband does tells the wife that she's still the front seat passenger. But take away her front seat status and boom, divorce. Sounds like I'm talking from experience, right? All I'm saying is that if you're gonna change your front seat passenger, make sure it's for somebody who is worth it, or you're gonna soon find yourself missing out on a lot of HOV lane opportunities. The front seat passenger does not have to be your lover, But the bottom line is that your lover has to be your front seat passenger. If your lover is one of those who does not consciously or subconsciously understand the front seat passenger concept, that person won't be your lover for long. That person is definitely not wifey material. But during any time you have a lover as your front seat passenger, a true best friend has to go sit in the back and not feel bad about it because they cherish you. If for some reason you break up with your lover, the best friend can come sit up front again till the next lover comes along. The thing is, as I said though, if you designate your lover as your front seat passenger, you have to go all in. The front seat is the lover's in every way, every hour of every day, or it's not gonna work. Now, a true lover who is secure in his or her ownership of the front seat will know when it's appropriate to loan the front seat. And if you don't break up with your lover, a true best friend will be appreciative that you have found love and be happy for you, even though now being in the back seat of your car. In fact, a really true best friend won't mind being replaced by a lover if your lover becomes your best friend. Think about that, my friends.